Welcome back to the rail shop in Train Depot. Today we have a little triang. This is a 462 locomotive, and this one dates back to the mid 50s, maybe late 50s, and it's an older one because it has the solid wheels. Anyway, today we're going to try to remove the body and just take a look at it and see if we can't clean things up a little bit. So this should be real interesting, and we're glad to have you back here at the rail. Turn this around just a little bit here. All right. Okay. Screw's quite stubborn there. When we put this back together, we'll put a little bit of oil on it. Alright, there's the body, and see if we can. This is a R50 R3053, made in England, and it's got the this is an R3053 Triang brand, and it says made in England here. So we want to kind of clean this up a little bit and get it ready to run on a layout. Alright. So we have the motor here, and looks like we got a run capacitor there. So what we want to do is ever so gently, if we can, remove this motor. Hang on just a second. Alright, what I'm gonna do is remove the bogies on it first. Look at something there. All right. Okay. We'll remove the bogies and try to do this as easy as we can. And these always see something here. Okay, these always need a good cleaning up. So there's several videos on here, more than several, about cleaning and restoring these. So we're covering the basics here. Be sure and put that in there. Put this over here. You don't want to slip with these, and it's easy to do these type of screws because you'll gouge something or something. You never want to over tighten these. That smokestack screw, I think, was broken off, and it was just pressed down in there because it didn't have any don't want to use the word resistance, but it turned freely. Okay, so Next thing, this is really delicate, and I'm not sure I want to handle this or not. I've got a different way to clean these delicate mechanisms than a lot of them do. And I'm not saying it's a smart way to do it. Take a look here. I'm looking at the motor. Okay, that goes to our pickups. All right. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll take off this I call it's a sub chassis. I think what we'll do is take off this sub chassis, and we'll try not to slip or scratch it. You don't want to lose these. Now on these drawbars, I don't think I'm going to remove them. I've got another way to clean these that some of you fellow modelers may not always agree with, but I think it does a good job. And I haven't been in these real long. I've just started collecting them 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm just starting to get into it. So we want to remove this as your pickup or your chassis guard. Now there's a little piece of plastic underneath there, and we want to be careful we don't run it. There's one of the pickups. Okay. See if we can lift this out of here without hurting those pickups. How much extra wire do we have? We don't have a lot of extra wire. These can be kind of contrary to service. Okay. All right, so what I think I'm going to do, before we do anything with the wires, I'm going to see if I can't take this motor off of here. Whoever put these on didn't over torque these. That's a good thing. Now I'm kind of fighting that magnet on that motor because it's real magnetic. Gotta take that out. And in here, there's a little washer. All right, let's see here. How it's fastened on. Okay. I think I'm going to go a whole different route than a lot of people go on these. Let's see here. Picture those wires. Get up close on those. All right. Making a note to myself, this capacitor resistor mounts here, and then this is your orange wire goes there, the white wire goes there. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I think this is quicker than unsoldering them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them right there and right there. They both go on there, and see if we can't. There we go. Lift that motor out. There went one of the drawbars, so we'll have to deal with that. Let's slowly turn this over. We don't want to bend these because you sure can. I don't know. See if I've got a screwdriver. I guess we'll go ahead. And I guess we'll go ahead and take those off. Get some smaller tools here. All right, let's see if we can pull these off without damage. We sure don't want to damage them. And these are never very tight, and you don't want them very tight because they will bind up and bend. I may have to see if I've got a little smaller screwdriver yet. Okay, folks, this is one of my, might be a different approach than you've seen on some of the other modeling channels. This is simple green, and it is the all-purpose cleaner. It's the light-duty lemon scent. It's not the real potent stuff that some of the other simple green formulations are. So I'm going to pour about an ounce in here, which is a little strong. I'm guesstimating that's about an ounce. Okay. And we'll kind of shake that up. Shake it up, see. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is going to be for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe an hour or two, I'm going to soak this entire running gear and chassis in this. And if you do this, you want to be sure it's re-oiled. You want to be sure it is re-oiled when it's reassembled. So, okay, I'm going to put this in there. And I'm going to, there's something fell out that I already like, dust and dirt. And the running gear's getting real easy again. So, what that does is soften up any grease or stuff in it. So let's let that kind of float. And I usually don't put all this stuff in, but I'm kind of wanting to get it done, so I'm going to put everything in here, the running bars and everything. Okay. And I'm going to do something foolhardy. I'm going to put the motor in there. And all this stuff has to be really dry. That motor's got a magnet, so it's pulling all this towards it. Okay, let that sit there. I think we'll put these in there as well. I was going to put the body in there, but I think we'll wait. So what I do on that, once I get to that point, I usually take something just for a while. This is just a big screwdriver, and I kind of, you know, this is, I'm thinking of kind of like those ultrasonic cleaners that these people that work on cars and motorcycles use, only this is a lot lighter duty. And you can use warm water on this if you want. But you gotta watch. Gotta be real careful with this stuff because there is not any replacement parts. Period. Alright. Okay, we're gonna come back in, I don't know, maybe about an hour. And after all this has had a chance to soak, and it's looking better already. Look at this, these are beginning to clean up. So we're going to come back in about an hour after all this has had time to set up. So we'll see you. Okay, we're back. And I've pulled the running chassis and running gear out of the solution. And now I'm going to take some Q-tips and kind of, boy, those really turn easy now and they're not even oiled yet. Kind of take some Q-tips and clean the running gear. I don't believe in brushes on these because it scratches. And these are kind of